This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. Verse 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
Right, and this is all we have to say to the heathen, man. Okay, we don't got any salvation scriptures for a heathen, man. None at all, bro. What we gotta say to the nations is come and hear how the Lord has indignation upon all you people and all your armies, man. That's what we gotta say, man. We got if an Ammonite come up here, we're gonna tell him. If we perceive that he's actually an Ammonite, we're gonna tell him, hey, guess what? Japan is gonna be part of the Third World War, man, and their armies are gonna be burnt up. Okay, same thing with Moab, same thing with Esau, man. All right, go ahead.
And his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter, man. Okay. That again, that's why all this war is happening over there in the Middle East, man. The Lord's just gathering them up to destroy them utterly, man. That's what it is, man. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Right, man. So it's gonna be so many dead bodies, man. After this Third World War, man, it's going to be blood and carcasses everywhere, man. That's going to be one of the main jobs our slaves going to be doing in the kingdom, man. We're going to sever out men of continual employment, man, so they can bury all of the dead bodies that's going to be lying around in the Valley of Jehoshaphat in the Middle East, man. After the Lord finish destroying their ass, man. Okay? And the birds, man, and the fowls in the heavens.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
All right, man, going into that nuclear mushroom cloud, man. Okay, once that blast goes off, man, all the little jets and machinery Esau gonna have in that atmosphere, man, all them shit's gonna come down, man. Right. Okay. Not only just because of nuclear missiles, but because of the chariots as well, man. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Right, man. So the nuclear missiles don't belong to Russia. They don't belong to China. They don't belong to the EU nations or NATO or Iran. Okay, they don't belong to Japan or America, man. They belong to the Lord, man. He said, my sword shall be bathed in heaven, man. Okay, go ahead.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. And Idumea is just a Greek word which means Edom. Verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And that pretty much shows that you Edomites were created for a huge sacrifice, man, to be destroyed. Verse 7. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. That's pretty much what's going to happen to America, man. Dust to dust.
Right.
Verse 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion.
Right, man. So the Lord said He's going to destroy you heathens for the controversy of Zion, man. Okay, because you oppress His people and you went the extra mile, man. It doesn't say anything about no damn salvation for the heathen, man. Okay? The Lord's bringing this destruction to judge you heathens for y'all wickedness, man.
Right.
All right? He's bringing this destruction to plead for His people, man. Right.
Verse 9. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. So basically, you know, America's just going to be a huge powder keg, man, and basically that fire's just going to keep turning it up like a heat, like.
Yeah, man, turn this place into charcoal, man.
Yep.
Right.
Verse 10, it shall not be quenched nor night nor day, meaning no water's going to stop it. No, there's no fire department's going to stop the nuclear weapons. All right? The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass it through it forever and ever.
God, man. And that's how you know it's talking about
America.
Exactly.
It's talking about-
It took it right out of my mouth,
man.
man. It's talking about modern day America, man. Modern day Edom, man. Because you go over there to the Middle East, ain't no smoke going up from generation to generation from a fire that was never quenched, man. In the land of Idumea, the actual physical land there in the Middle East, that's not happening, man. Okay, it's talking about America, man. A modern day prophecy, because that prophecy ain't never came to pass.
Right. Basically, it's always a people before it's a place.
God. Right. You got one?
Yeah. Let you know that's prophecy, because this got to be prophecy. This is Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that spake in righteousness, mighty to save. This talking about Yahushua. So Yahushua ain't never go through Basra like that, and it's going to continue. Verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thine garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. So it's saying that Yahushua garments, like we got on garments, is going to be red, as if you've been treading in the wine fat, making wine, crushing grapes. Verse 3, I have trodden the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I would tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and in their blood shall be sprinkled upon garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. So if you read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, you ain't never heard no story of Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus, going down to Basra, where the Edomites were. That's a future prophecy. Talking about Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus, coming to America, where these so-called white people are, who are the Edomites of the scriptures, treading this place down.
Right.
Verse 5, and I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury upheld me, and I would tread down the people in my anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I would bring down their strength to the earth. That's talking about America, these so-called white people, man, and the beast, period, man. Wherever the so-called white man rulership is, that's where he's gonna come down and tread upon them.
He said he would. There was none with them, right?
Yeah,
Verse
'cause
3.
He gonna do it himself. The scriptures tell you all fullness is given to Yahushua. Yahweh gave all fullness to Yahushua. Yahushua gonna do it himself. Even with using his man to do it and using the nukes. It's still Yahweh, why Yahushua doing it.
That's right. Basically, even with him using the men, all the glory is going to go to him. So it's going to be like him. He did it by himself.
That's why we open up. All praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua.
This is Nahum 1 and 2. The Most High is jealous, and the Lord revenges. The Lord revenges and is furious. The Lord would take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserved wrath. He reserved wrath for his enemies. And his enemies are you Edomites, man.
Right.
2/3 and all you heathens, man.
Right.
So he reserved that, and y'all adversary to the Lord. He says, verse 3, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. So you're not going to be acquitted.
Shall not at all acquit the wicked, man. Who's the wicked, man? The wicked are you Edomites, man. To be acquitted basically means to your records being wiped away, man. All right. So the Lord say he not gonna wipe away the record of the wicked, man. So ain't no salvation, ain't no repentance for Esau, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
The Lord have his way in the whirlwinds, and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. He rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry. He dry up all the rivers of Bashan. Languish in Carmel, and the flower of Lebanon is languish. The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence. Yea, the world and all that dwell in. Who can stand before his indignation? Who can abide in his fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. talk about the Lord, man. How about Shema Shah, man? When he's come back, nobody's going to be able to stand him unless you're a part of the elect. It says, the Lord is good and stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knows them that trust in him. And that's the elect, man. They trust in him. And they're going to be saved out of this. Man. Everybody else, these adversaries are going to get put to death or go into slavery.
All right. You got something on?
2nd Ezra 15:4. For all the unfaithful should die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, say Yahweh, I'll bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. 6. For the wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their heartful works fulfilled.
Done, man. So the Lord said that He's gonna bring plagues upon the world, man. Why? Because the wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. Like the brother brought out earlier, man. Okay? That's why the destruction is coming, man. So ain't gonna be no escape, man. No matter where you go, how you try to hide, how you try to escape it, you still gonna get it, man.
Right?
14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. 15. For the sword and their destruction are drawn near. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and the sword in their hands. 16. For there shall be sedition of men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, nor the princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right, man. Sedition amongst men, man, and invading one another, man. You're gonna have all kinds of race riots, all kinds of class riots. The rich fighting against the poor, man. Different races, nations fighting against each other, man. Okay, invading one another, stealing each other's goods, killing each other.
17. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able.
Right, because it's gonna be blockades out here, man. Martial law.
That's right.
Go ahead.
18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Their houses shall be destroyed, and a man shall be afraid. 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation.
That's right, man. Okay, so that's what's gonna cause all this sedition, man. Okay, because of a lack of bread, famine, man. Okay, famine, droughts, lack of resources, man. All right, that's why race riots and class riots are gonna happen, man. And that's gonna be another catalyst for World War III, man.
God. And it's not far-fetched that there's going to be a famine in them supermarkets, your Walmart, your Publix. What happened when that hurricane came? All right? There was no food. There was no water in the supermarkets.
Yeah.
Right.
Gas was empty. And that was a fucking hurricane.
Right.
I can only imagine when Russia starts nuking America, how you idiots are going to be looking then. Huh? That fiat currency ain't going to save you. Them fucking fake FRNs ain't going to save you. All right? The Federal Reserve ain't gonna save you. Donald Trump ain't gonna save you. Clinton's not gonna save you. And damn sure that bitch ass Hamite Obama's not gonna save you.
That's
Right.
right.
That's right.
That's right.
God. Isaiah 24:1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. It's the Lord's doing all this, man. He's gonna make America utterly wasted. Verse 2.
Hey, man, hey, with the destruction that's coming, it's really gonna look like the earth is made waste, man, because so many people are gonna die, man. So many people are gonna die, man. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master.
Right, as with the people, so with the priests, man. Okay. So as with the masses, man, the congregation, so with the priests, man. So with your pastors, your religious leaders, and people of that class, man.
No pictures. You can take pictures.
Where?
Continuing on. So with the mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. Verse 3, the land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled.
Right, so from the upper class to lock it, from the upper class to the lower class, man, everybody's getting it, man. That's right. Right? Bring it out.
Verse 3, the land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word.
God, man, the land shall be utterly emptied and spoiled, man. America, okay? America is going to be a ruin in that day, man. Go ahead.
Because the Lord spoke it.
Yeah.
It's in the word. This is the word, the Bible. Verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
The haughty people of the earth do languish, man. So that goes to your super rich, man. Trying to hide in bunkers, trying to go in outer space, trying to go into the sea, man. They're going to be in there fucking crying, man. Okay, eating each other's babies and shit, drinking each other's blood, man. That's why it says, oh, mountains fall upon us, man, and hide us from the great indignation of the land, man. Who can stand it? Because who can stand it in His presence, man? Y'all gonna be lamenting like a bitch in there, man. It's gonna be beautiful. Go ahead.
Verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broke the everlasting covenant. Verse 6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate.
That's right, man. That's right, Salakia, man. Okay, so because these people don't have no reverence to the scriptures, man, all right, that's why the Lord's bringing the curse, and that curse is talking about the chariots, man, that flying roll. I forget what scripture that is.
Zechariah 5.
Zechariah 5. Go ahead, get it, Shamar.
Isaiah 24.
Go back to where you were
God. Isaiah 24, verse 6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth. Salakia. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
That's right, man. That's right.
So who are those few men? Starting with the elect, the 144,000, and the rest of you heathens that didn't die in the smoke and the flames and the destruction. You are the slaves for the few men. 144,000. Okay?
Bring out Zechariah 5. I think that's
Can I get just two more?
bring out two more.
Okay, I'm going to jump down to 10. The city of confusion is broken down. The city of confusion is broken down.
What?
Let's talk about America, man. Verse 11. There is crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. That's coming to America, man.
Right.
No more singing, no more dancing, okay? No more twerking, no more mirth, all right? No more wine, whether it be physical wine or this bullshit philosophy you call democracy.
Right.
All that shit is gonna be gone in the land, man.
Right. That's right, man. Because that's because of nuclear destruction, man. Destruction the Lord's gonna bring, man. These people, their dreams are just gonna fade, man. That was it? That was all you wanted to say?
Last one, I'm sorry, my bad. In the city is left desolation, there, verse 12. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with the destruction. And that's it, yep, that's it. Destruction, yeah. That means no more guards, no rulership, no more defense, military, Pentagon, all that shit over, man.
Good.
That's right. The borders of the country done. You got that Zechariah 5?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Zechariah chapter 5. Then I turned and lift up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
That's right.
And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll.
Right, man. That's just another term for the chariots in the scriptures, man. A flying roll, man. A flying piece of flat, what it looks like flat bread, man. That's basically what he was trying to describe, man. The chariots of the Lord, man. What the world ignorantly calls UFOs. Go ahead. And how do we know that it's not talking about a scroll of a book or a famine? Keep reading, man.
The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse, that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Right, this is the curse that goes forth over the face of the whole earth, man. And what did Isaiah say about the curse? The curse has consumed the whole earth, man. Okay? The earth is burned and few men are left, man. So that curse is coming with fire, man. Okay, not a famine. And what did the Lord say? He said the Lord's chariots come with fire, man.
A piece of bread ain't no curse, man.
Okay.
For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side, according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side, according to it. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stone thereof.
Right, it shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stone thereof, man. And what does that? What consumes things, man? Fire. Flame. Oh, you got one? You got a piece of that? Go ahead.
This is 2nd Esdras 13:1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea that is moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Right, man, that's talking about Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire.
So the Lord gonna command, roast these damn heathens, and they gonna start roasting, man. Them laser beams and that fire gonna come out them chariots, man. Go ahead.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Right, man. Going into that valley of Jehoshaphat, man. They in the midst of trying to fight each other, man. They're gonna decide to try to fight against the Lord, man. Right when nuclear missiles and chaos and World War III is going off, man. They're gonna see them chariots crack the skies, man. They're gonna be like, oh damn, we gotta unite and fight against the aliens.
Psalm 68:17. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them. And there you go, man. The Lord comes, he's going to bring them so-called UFOs, which are the chariots, okay, to start bringing hell onto you wicked people on earth, man.
That's right, right. Yeah. Keep on, keep on.
Verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had braved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not.
Right, man. That chariot's gonna be so big, man. It's gonna look like a giant mountain was cut out on the earth, man. You're not gonna be able to see the beginning or the end of it, man. That's right. Go ahead.
And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid and yet durst fight.
Right, man. So they're gonna be afraid when they see the chariots come, the chariots of the Lord come, and they still gonna be trying to fight, man. Because the Lord's gonna put it in them to fight, man. You think them Egyptians wasn't terrified after them 10 plagues, man? They was terrified, man. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. He hardened the Egyptians' heart, and they went and tried to subdue Israel, man. At the Gulf of Aqaba, the Gulf of the Red Sea, man. And they chased Israel into the Red Sea, and the Lord drowned their ass, man.
What?
Okay, go ahead, Art.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast sparks and tempests.
Right, man. So they gonna that multitude of the nation's armies, man. They're gonna try to pull out all the stops against the Lord and his chariots, man. Okay, but the Lord basically said, you know, I'm not gonna lift up a sword. I'm not gonna look to my right hand or to my left, man. I'm just gonna speak and roast all of you, man.
Right.
Okay. So the Lord basically said, I'm not even gonna sweat this, man. That's what the Lord said, man. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
Right, man. So after that great multitude, Lord's basically it's gonna go from a great multitude to just piles of ashes and dead bodies everywhere, man. Okay. That's how dramatic the Lord's gonna make this destruction come, man.